And this just blew my mind. It's super, super interesting.
Welcome back to the Tin Can Twosome. Today we take you to the Museum of the Bible, located in Washington, D.C. Open daily from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., the Museum of the Bible offers an abundance of attractions, interactive exhibits, and fascinating artifacts. Also a fantastic restaurant and coffee shop. Taking the DC Metro to get to the museum from our hotel is super easy. The museum is conveniently located within steps of the Federal Center Southwest Metro Station. Please be sure to subscribe today. Once you get off the metro, it's just a short walk to the museum. That is one impressive looking building. $29.99 might seem a little bit high, but trust me, it's worth every penny. But first, coffee. Definitely pick up the museum map. It shows you all 6 floors and what you can expect to find there. We started off on the 6th floor so we could take a look at the city. It's the World Stage Theater. We saw the Capitol, of course, and then we just kept looking. Everything about this museum is first class. I had heard that the 3rd floor was the best, and boy, were they right about that. I wish that my filming could do it justice. It is so impressive. They've done such a good job of creating an atmosphere where you walk through and you almost feel like you're in a biblical village. Just amazingly well done. From the food to the farming, to the pottery, to the houses, the mikvahs, you name it, it's there. We probably spent a couple of hours in there, and then it was time for lunch. So off we went to the Honey Cafe, where we had an incredibly good falafel lunch. You can comfortably sit inside for your lunch, or you can sit outside with a beautiful view of the city.
Well, here we are at the Museum of the Bible. Wendy and I have been to Washington, D.C. quite a few times over the years, so we decided we didn't want to go to the normal things, the Capitol, the White House, the Washington Monument, the Smithsonian. We've done all that stuff.
And they're all really good, so you should go.
But we thought this time, what is there left to see? And we weren't even thinking about going to Washington, D.C. We're going to a conference outside of the city. And thought, well, maybe we just won't go to Washington this time. But Wendy got a text from a friend of hers, Ainsley, who said that they were going to the Museum of the Bible. And I had forgotten that the Museum of the Bible was here. And as you know, I'm pretty enthusiastic about the Bible. So the minute that comes up, I want to go. So I'm pretty excited to be here. Wendy, what are your thoughts about what you've seen so far?
Well, I didn't know what to expect. I wasn't exactly expecting it to be boring, but I'm not a museum person at all. And this just blew my mind. This place is so amazing. It has these really graphic, really exciting, really colorful demonstrations of like what life was like in Nazareth, for instance, during Jesus' time. It brings the whole Old Testament to life. It's really hard to describe just how exciting and powerful it is there, the exhibits there. It's not just one of those museums where you just walk along and you look at a book or two. It's not like that at all. It is super, super interesting, even for a layperson like me. And I highly recommend that you come. And if you do, make sure you don't miss the third floor. That's the best part.
The third floor is amazing, especially the part on the Hebrew Bible, the Old Testament, which I think everybody, in order to graduate from high school in the United States, needs to see, because what it does is it ties together the whole narrative of the Old Testament, the whole storyline, in a way that makes sense to anybody.
And also in an exciting way.
Yeah,
I mean, this is
exciting.
not just, let's tell you the timeline. Nothing like that. They use film, they use special effects, they use sound, they use, it's mind-boggling how well done it is.
We just had lunch here, and we're going to go look at floor number 4, which is the one I've been looking forward to, which is all the nerdy stuff, all the old manuscripts and translation stuff. So very much looking forward to that.
I'm guessing it's going to be just as good. I would be surprised if it wasn't. So anyway, we're really glad that we get to take you along. We're going to film as much as we can of it. But seriously, you need a full day to see this whole place. And we've got several hours, but not enough time to see it all. So we're just going to show you what we can. And we'll just recommend that you come here yourself.
Come early, stay late, take your time, take breaks, have coffee, have lunch, those kinds of things.
Yeah.
And just really take your time and enjoy it.
Yeah, I agree. And if you enjoyed this video, please give us that thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel and hit that bell for notifications, because you never know where we're going to end up next.
And please send this to other people who might be interested in the Bible, and you know who they are.
This would probably be my favorite part. I love to see the things that people used each and every day. From coins to leather sandals to pottery. It just helps me to be able to picture people in the Bible days, and they become a lot more real that way. So much of it has been preserved so beautifully. Next was Hope Amidst Despair by Jacob Barrison. Jacob was a Jewish artist who survived the horrors of the Holocaust. Jacob painted a series of 18 life-size portraits of the prophets, inspired by his reading of the Bible while in hiding. These are now part of the permanent collection at the Museum of the Bible. Jacob describes the series this way: "My 18 over life-size prophets I did on my own because they touched the central issue of my heritage. Free from any interference from publishers and art directors, I could say in these works what I wanted to say and the way I wanted to say it." These paintings are absolutely magnificent. The next exhibit, which was David's favorite, is called The History of the Bible. In there you'll see translating the Bible, in the beginning, Bibles for everyone, drive-through history theater, New Discoveries Lab, the Bible Today in Illuminations, and there's just a countless amount of Bible artifacts and Bibles themselves. Depending on how interesting this is to you and how much time you have, you could spend an entire day in here and not run out of things to see. Consider this mode of communication and compare it to what we have today, just on our phones alone. Just think about the thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, of hours spent creating these magnificent pieces of classic art and history. If it wasn't for these faithful people who worked so hard, we wouldn't even have the Bible as we know it today. The printing press changed everything, and all thanks to Martin Luther.
David, being a Bible translator himself, is absolutely nerding out here. He's loving every bit of it. And even I am enjoying seeing all the different versions of the Bibles here, starting from the very beginning until today.
This is fascinating. This is a nanodisc and a nanoscope magnifier made to withstand fire, water, scratching, and radiation. This Bible is made to be readable indefinitely. All 1,750 pages of the NIV are engraved on this sapphire disc and readable with the nanoscope magnifier. Here are some of the more modern versions. This is the Tony Evans Bible Commentary, 2019. Serbian Orthodox Children's Bible, Children's Illustrated Jewish Bible, the Jewish Study Bible, the Rainbow Study Bible in Spanish, which has a color coding system, the Complete Bible Experience in audio, a waterproof Bible for those who want to go hiking with a Bible, and even the Life Recovery Bible. If you are in town and you have the time, definitely come and see this. You're going to need a fair amount of time and good walking shoes so that you can just slowly stroll around and see everything that this place has to offer. Thanks so much for coming with us. This place is magnificent, and I do hope you get a chance to visit it someday. Make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications. And we'll see you on the next adventure.